Hey everybody, how are you doing? I hope this video finds you well. So, it's been a little while since I've shown my face on here, but I decided that today's post, being a special post, required a special introduction. So I'm just going straight in and hoping to do this all in one go. I really don't want to faff about with editing. I want it to feel as authentic as possible. I'm trying to let it flow as much as possible. And I've even got a band here to help me remember not to just keep saying all the time, but I'm not sure how well that'll work. I'll probably forget to ping it, knowing me. But I just want to dive straight in and see how I go with this. So if you see me continually glancing down here, it's simply because I've got quite a few things I'd like to say and I don't want to forget anything. And if I was going to try and memorize it, knowing me, I'd probably sound quite robotic and keep saying because I'd just keep forgetting bits and pieces. So I just thought I'll have everything right here and you'll see me glancing a lot to see where I'm up to, making sure I'm covering everything. So we'll get into it. If you got to this video by hitting the link in the post, you'll already know that the post is about mindfulness and bereavement, specifically how I navigated and still navigate the loss of my dearly beloved sister, Sarah. She passed away very suddenly, 8 days shy of what would have been her 37th birthday, and that was 3 years ago this month. Actually, it was 3 years ago, a few days ago. So, initially, I ummed and ahed. I ummed and ahed about writing this post, but ultimately, I couldn't not do it because with this 1 year mindfulness mission that I'm on, I vowed, as some of you may remember, I vowed to be very frank and very brave, and put it all out there. And ignoring the significance of this time of year, as it came around, it just felt very wrong because it's like I was ignoring a really important part of my mindfulness mission, and ultimately it felt like I was ignoring my sister, and I didn't want to be doing that. So this post isn't about Sarah, but it is because of Sarah, and it will honour her precisely in the way that I know she would expect by my style of tribute to her. So, with honesty, with spiritual profoundness, more than my fair share of rambling, and a good dose of silliness. You know, if you don't laugh, you'll cry, right? So I always try to choose laughter, even if that laughter comes at the tail end of some snotty sobfest. So for those of us who loved Sarah the most, those whom she loved the most, that day, worst day of my life so far, shook us to the core. A lot of you have been there in a similar situation. You'll know exactly what I mean. She damn near killed us that day. But near is the operative word. That's my positive spin on it. She didn't kill us with the shock of her departure. Near killed didn't do it because by some miracle, Some people would say by the grace of God, somehow we are still here. And on days when we feel like hell, you might be watching me to know exactly what I mean as well, I'm sure. That's worth remembering. You know, literally, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The very fact we're still here in the absence of that special someone, I reckon we're stronger than we realise. So yeah, we're still here, putting one foot in front of the other. And if you've been keeping up with my same old good old shenanigans, it'll come as no surprise that my little family of four, my gorgeous little family of four, keeps me happily very busy. So speaking of family, it's my eldest son, now 3, to whom this post is written. So not my usual style of writing to you guys, as well as the bereavement aspect, it's this, writing directly to my son, that makes this post the most personal one I've written yet. So why am I writing to my son? Why am I writing to my son? Well, he turned out, inadvertently, to be the key to me being able to access mindfulness in grief. You know, grief is horrific, but when you realise and accept that it's impossible to turn back the clock and change things, bring that person back, you're left with a choice, whether you like it or not. So I chose, and I continue to choose, to make grief good. To make it good. I don't think grief is good, but if you have no choice, then what are you going to do? You're going to do your best. Turn that frown upside down and somehow make it good. So good in numerous ways. Still trying and failing sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do. So I want to directly address my son to let him know how he kicked off that process for me of making grief good. And now that he has gained a brother since that tragedy, I want them to both know how they're working together to help keep mummy in the now. Yes, they're oblivious right now, but they'll know in time to come. I'll make sure of it. So, it's March, and I'll soon be raising a glass on what would have been Sarah's 40th birthday. I'd say, sis, I can't physically hand you a gift, but as we know, especially among the women of our family, spirit trumps any gift. With my geeky science head on right now, a lot of you will have heard this, the whole thing about energies not created or destroyed, it simply changes from one form to another. So, sis, you're not here physically, but we acknowledge your energy every single day. Whether you come through as a memory, evoke laughter, evoke tears, we acknowledge you and we feel you. The void feels like hell sometimes, but I recognise that I'm blessed to feel that void and the pain of it, because it means that at one time it was occupied by the amazingness of you, Sarah. In body. But as it is now, I have no choice but to accept that I have you in spirit for the rest of my days. But we know that to say your name is to keep your spirit alive and honour you. So with a smile on my face, I will say your name. Sarah. I'll keep saying your name, sis. And I'll keep honouring you. Sarah. So Sarah, she's actually been on the same old good old choo-choo train here from the start, by the way. My colour scheme originally, it had a blue basis, but knowing how she felt about mindfulness and knowing how into my blog she would be, ultimately I decided it had to be her pink. It had to be plain pink, and there had to be some flowers in there. So yeah, I got to the end of it. I hope that was all right. That was the official video introduction for the post. Good grief, Sares. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope my rambling is a pleasant enough read, and if you get anything from it at all, then even better. So, on a final note, I deliberately left this to last. I can't make a public video about this post without paying tribute to those of us who held Sarah most dear. Our tight-knit family. As Dad says, another one of Daddy's sayings, he who feels it knows it. And my goodness, ain't that the truth? We are feeling it. We are knowing it. We're damn well knowing it. So, I know I don't even need to say anything else aside from that family. Apart from one thing, I love you all. Right, so that is a proper end now, everybody. Thank you so much for your patience. And if you opted to check out this official intro, now you pop back to the post and read that, everything should make perfect sense. Okay, everyone, take good care. Ugh, mixed up my words there. I'll try that again. Okay, everyone, take good care. Thank you so much for being here, and yeah, catch you again soon. All the best. Bye.